Yeah, baby. We here. We here. But we're only here so we don't get fined. We're only here so we don't get fined.
All right, gold member. Don't play the laughing boy. There are only two things I can't stand in this world: people who are intolerant of other people's cultures and the Dutch.
What? Just easier that way, you know. Still haven't quite figured out how I get videos into StreamYard. Like I see other people and they just click a button and it plays a clip. But I'm over here like an absolute fucking 95-year-old fraud and I'm just screen sharing YouTube. And then when I Google that, it just tells me that I just need to screen share. But I'm like, motherfucker, I see other people not doing that. So what the fuck? What do I even Google? I'm usually the fucking tech guy. I guess I did wake up an hour ago, so it's kind of a bad time to try to solve something right now. Hey, afternoon to you, Mr. Sharp. I don't know if I've ever seen you before, but big up Ramon. Anfield lad, have you ever been there though? Download the video, then upload it to your video file. Yeah, but Jamie, when I click video clips, if I click intro video or outro video, it only like it's only giving me the option to click one of their preset ones. Like, watch this. Look, I'll set this as intro video. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out later. It's all good. But big up Jamie. Big up. Hey, everyone, go subscribe to Liverpool Chats TV. Go subscribe to Jamie. Jamie, I'm assuming that you're going to be watching 322 tonight. Who do you have? Who do you have, Jamie? Is it JDM or Islam? Which one? This is a very pivotal question. Who do you, not who you think will win, who do you want to win? Um ah, damn it, dude. Damn it. I'm not a big Islam guy. I'm not a big Dagestan 3 years and forget guy. Uh I really want JDM. I want Valentina because I love Valentina Shevchenko. Actually, let me look at the whole card. Tell no offense to you, people over there in England, but I need Carlos Prates to annihilate Leon Edwards. Prates is the only fighting nerd that I have any interest in. The main card's fire. Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. Shevchenko versus Whaley. I'm not sure Shevchenko's going to win. I want her to win, but she looked very unconvincing in her last fight against what was it again? Yeah, against Furiat, the girl who just goes like, oh. Wasn't big. Which team do I support in internationals? That's funny that you think I watch international football. I'm from America, dude. I'm from America. We don't watch international football. Who am I supposed to root for? USA? Yeah. Let me get behind Pochettino's US men's national team. We have more important sports to worry about on a national level. We got baseball, we got hockey, we got basketball. I don't need to watch US men's national football. Come on, man. Do the people want to talk about the UFC? I don't know. You guys tell me. I don't really have an agenda. I'm only live because I have to go live every day until Wednesday to make it 30 straight days. Then I can stop and then go live for the Nottingham Forest game. I'm basically here so I don't get fined, There's not a whole lot of news in the Liverpool camp right now. I do know that You root for England, bro? Listen, I got bad news. It's not coming home. It's not coming home. I don't think it's coming home this year. I'm sorry. Not on American soil. The last time England came to American soil, it did not go well for the country of England, or should I say the British Empire. So it's definitely not coming home on American soil. No, sir. Isak on the bench. When does Sweden play? Hang on, let me look. Oh, Sweden plays in 15 minutes. Wait, Gyökeres isn't even playing either? Is Gyökeres hurt? I don't see Victor Gyökeres on the starting lineup or on the bench. Is he hurt right now? How did he get injured? When did Gyökeres get injured? Did he get injured in the Prem? Oh, wait, he didn't even travel. He's at Arsenal. I just see a picture of Arsenal posting him at their own training ground. That's crazy. Listen, I don't get the Semenyo hype either. I don't know why you guys magically think that adding a fucking right winger is going to change anything about the football club. The main problem is in the middle of the park. And that main problem is that the middle of the park doesn't stay in the middle of the park. The midfield doesn't stay in the midfield. Again, what good is a new attacker going to do if I can't fucking connect the back line to them? Guys, we spent 300 million pounds on attacking talent this summer. And you're telling me I need to spend another 100 million on a fucking Bournemouth player to unlock it? Are you out of your fucking mind? How do you really view the fucking game? Do you think that the ball just magically finds its way into the net? Do you think that the ball just magically goes from the back line to the front line? This is my problem with Asim's analysis. When he talks about our back line, I'm like, brother, do you just expect that Connor Bradley and Konate and Robertson and Van Dijk are supposed to be the creators in the team? That they're the ones who are supposed to connect the back line to the front line every fucking time? Like, that's the way that he analyzes the game. When he criticizes Liverpool right now, he's basically saying, we don't have a back line that can get the ball to Mo, that can get the ball to fucking Ekitike, that can get the ball to Cody Gakpo. I'm like, that's not their fucking job. And when people are now bringing up Trent, I'm like, I saw like a comp yesterday of like, this is what Liverpool is missing. And it's like Trent just pinging 60-yard passes. I fucking hated that. I hated that. I hated that we were forced to just give the ball to Trent and say, all right, well, we can't build up through the midfield, so Trent, hoof it. That isn't consistent football. Yeah, it worked last season. Didn't work the season before, or the season before, or the season before, or the season before, or the season before. It did work the season before that. So, John, we're not doing the whole major sports are scripted, all right? All right? Guys, the only person that would look better with Trent on the pitch right now is Mo, because at least someone would be able to put the ball in behind for Mo, because Mo doesn't drop deep. And also, let's fuck off with this whole Mo dropping in defense. The man has never defended. I don't want him to drop back in defense. I want him to drop back and build up. Major difference. Just like how I want Cody Gakpo to drop back and build up. You guys aren't seeming to understand the fact that you need a cohesive team to move up the pitch. We don't play as a cohesive unit right now. We play as a bunch of individuals who don't work together or gel together. That's my biggest problem. Also, did anyone watch the Hussam times Grizz yesterday? Let me know. Did anyone watch it? Hey, listen, I watched Jurgen Klopp try to turn us into a possession-based team, and we looked like dog shit, and I hated it. We have plenty of carriers. The issue is that when the guy does beat the man, he still has no one to pass to, and again, that's just what no one can seem to wrap their fucking head around. They do live in hindsight. I have put forward a better alternative to Slot. I've said any human being alive who isn't Dutch or named Ainge. Anyway, yeah, I know that, but I made one comment. I made one single comment, and I said, slot inners only have hope. And then Grizz went on a whole like 5-minute tangent about me. And I found it funny because he started talking about the call-in shows, and I was like, brother, the last time I called into one of your shows was at the end of Jurgen Klopp's tenure, and I wasn't happy and I wasn't hopeful, and we didn't win the fucking league. We won a Carabao Cup. So respectfully, blow it out your fucking ass. Basically gaslighted and tried to cook me when I hadn't been on his show in over a year. I wasn't on his show for any of Slot's era because he didn't do the call-in shows. And I said Liverpool are going to win the league in December of last year. I made the turn in December. I made fun of Hussam for doing the whole leopard in the tree. I stood on fucking business. But that's because at that time, this team showed me something. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to go back through Enz's call-in shows, and I'm just going to have to pull what I said, because I swear to God, you don't know it because you're not me, but I know that it's just words. But after all of these wins, Brighton, Southampton, the Arsenal draw, even the fucking first game of the season, the Ipswich Town draw, the Ipswich Town win, I remember sitting there and saying, we can't cope with a press. We're not a good possession-based team. We give up opportunities and other teams aren't clinical. We're forced to go long. I said all of these things, all of the things that people are saying today, I said last season. And I think the biggest one that people went at me for was that I said other teams aren't being clinical. And they're like, well, yeah, but, you know, if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bike. I'm like, okay, that still doesn't change the fact that you're letting them into dangerous areas. On the day, they're poor. But if you play someone else and on the day they're not, you're fucked. The problem remains. I don't fucking know, bro. Hey, check it out, guys. The Cuckmaster is back. Look at this fucking idiot. The little vermin. Ooh. You learned how to use your vocabulary, big guy. That's not all I do. I provide evidence and substance. All you do is sit here and be a fucking cuck. You stupid bitch-made fucking pussy. You sit behind a fucking keyboard. I put my face on camera and I say my opinions. You are a dumb little bitch who just types out bullshit and says, I don't like you because your opinion is negative. Suck a dick, you big fat fucking pussy. How about you make a channel, you put your opinions out there, and then you let people give you stick for it. But you won't because you're a fucking bitch. I'm not Salah out. I'm just recognizing the fact that he's been poor. Bro, if you think that that's me getting triggered, Chris, I call you a fake model every day. You can't trigger me. That's how I talk to some of my friends. So again, that's not me being triggered. You clearly have never been to New York. But again, guys, I'm not Salah out. I don't think that he has been I don't think that he has been up to par. I think that the validation to keep him on the pitch is that he'll put in stinkers, but he'll get you GA. He's putting in stinkers and he's not getting me GA. I also don't have a proper replacement for him at the right wing. There's no one else that I could slot right in there. So, no pun intended. There's not many alternatives at the moment, but his end product has been poor. And if you're sitting here and you're defending his end product, you're coping. Joseph, I don't think they're going to play a low block. If a team plays a low block against us, I'm very confident because that means that you're giving our midfield space. It's not a mid block that I'm scared of. I'm scared of a mid block. I'm scared of teams putting 5 in the middle and letting us use the wide areas. That's what I'm scared of. Well, it's not that they don't give grab space. It's that there's a combination. They put a mid block of 5 or 6 and they take away the center and they force us wide. And Liverpool don't do anything to combat that. So Liverpool don't invade the space. They just accept the fact that the other team is taking the middle and they go wide. So it's a combination of both what they're doing and the lack of what we're doing. It also doesn't help that everyone around Gravenberch is walking and that no one makes themselves available as an option to any progressive ball carrier in this team. I don't know what that means. How much? Grizz didn't expose shit. I'm not admitting dick. I haven't called into Grizz's show in over a year, and he tried to use that to say, oh, but you also hope too. Fucking blow me. The man has given zero evidence, zero fact-based analysis, zero analysis. No one has exposed shit. Guys, I'm not going to be one of those people that says we need more players. Not after spending £500 million and winning the league. I'm not going to sit here and say, this guy's going to unlock us. This guy's going to unlock us. That's not who I am. I don't think that should be a justification. I don't think that should be a solution. I think that is cheap analysis. I think that is copium. I think that you refuse to admit that what's going on categorically, fundamentally does not work. And because it does not work, you can't admit that we suck. And because you can't admit that we suck, there must be a solution. And that solution must be bringing in somebody else, player-wise. Now, Karen Bass has that job locked. I didn't want Liverpool to play a mid-block. I wanted us to do what we did against Madrid. I wanted us to just press with 4 and sit with 6. That's it. I also think that Connor Bradley just got too tight to Doku every time, and he gave Doku confidence. But I didn't like the way that we looked in possession. I didn't like the way that we looked in defense. But also at the same time, I'm not sure how much tactics would have changed anything because the energy was just not there like it hasn't been in any of our Premier League fixtures, which again, if it's that consistent, it has to be instruction. The team should be built around fucking Ekitike, bro. Ekitike is like, I'm standing on this. Ekitike is the guy. Ekitike is the guy. Ekitike is the dude who will surpass any possible potential that Alexander Isak has. Ekitike has more potential in his left foot than Alexander Isak has in his entire body. Ekitike has shown me enough. That guy is him. He is who you need to build around. Against us, Crystal Palace parked 5 in the middle. Brentford parked 5 in the middle. United parked 5 in the middle. The only team that I've seen that played a low block from the first 10 minutes on was Aston Villa. Everyone else occupied the center of the pitch. Villa sat incredibly deep the whole game. That's why they got fucked. No one else sat in that low of a block. Again, a mid block isn't necessarily on the midway line. But to me, the shape that I see most often against us when we lose is you have a back 4 or a back 5, and you have 5 in front. So maybe it's a 5-4-1, but the 4 stays higher in the middle, and the 1 is just drifting. Yes, you get it, Arnie Cuck. Hope harder. Don't get me wrong. If Arne Slot somehow magically wins the Champions League and he's somehow magically in the job by the time the Champions League final turns around, I'll sit here and I'll apologize. But if we scam our way to a UCL victory, I won't sit here and say I want the manager still. Calling the manager a cuck isn't an opinion. It's ridiculous and not objective. If I only called him a cuck for the sake of calling him a cuck, you would be correct. But if I streamed for 27 days, providing the evidence as to why I believe he is a cuck, and you offer no sort of fact-based analysis to counter said argument, then you are a cuck because you're cucking for him. Why is he a cuck? Because he's lost 7 games out of 10. He's a cuck because he bends over for every team in Europe. That's why he's a cuck. It is a metaphor. He's not literally a cuck. I don't believe that he is a cuck with his wife. But when it comes to football, he bends over backwards, pulls down his pants, and says, "Thank you, may I have another?" And there's plenty of fact-based analysis to go along with that. You don't like the metaphor? Get fucked. I don't care. It's not just that the wide players are dog shit, Dragonfly. What I want you to do the next time Liverpool play, or if you have the ability to go watch any of Liverpool's previous games, when Cody Gakpo gets the ball on the wing, I want you to look at what's around him. Let me see if I can find a clip just for you. Just for you. When Cody Gakpo gets the ball in the final third, I want you to look at what are the options that the man has. Let me go find one for you. You know what? Let's just use this as a example. This isn't Cody Gakpo, but this is a man in a wide area. Can you tell me what's wrong with this picture? Does anyone look like they're home in the middle to receive anything? Where's that cross going? Look at how defeated he looks at right after he kicks it. He's like, "Oh my God, there's no one there." But hang on. You guys are gonna say, "But that's just one moment." Let's stick to the topic. Let's go back to where's the clip of Cody? I know that there's plenty of clips that I have of Cody. Where are you? Give me a second, people. Here we go. All right. Our wide play is ass. All right. I ask you very, very simply, what is he supposed to do here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 players in between Cody Gakpo and the rest of my team. Does this look like a high probable situation? Does this look like a statistically probable situation in which Liverpool will create a chance or a goal from? How often do you see this? Is it every game? Is it every time Cody has the ball? It's very often. It's very consistent. Again, is the end result from what we see here poor? Absolutely, 100%. But like when you sit here and you call Cody Gakpo a cut in and shoot merchant, I ask you, what else is he supposed to do here other than cut in and shoot? Let's see what happens when he does cut in. No options still. Again, there's one player in between him and the rest of the team. There's another guy here. Robertson's here. Grab is here. Like, guys, if you just opened your eyes, the proof is in the pudding. You don't need me to show you all of this. Katike is a dog, bro. I mean, I think you should take Grizz's cock out of your mouth. Dude, this is the metaphor I like to give. Imagine I made you $5 million. Okay, imagine I made you $1 million last year. Okay, everyone in the chat, I made you $1 million last year. But now in the first 3 months of this financial year, I have lost you $5 million. Are you going to sit there and say, well, he made me $1 million last year? How are you going to feel? Oh, 100%. But the players have lacked effort and ambition on the pitch in all of our losses. Again, when I look at this team right now, I see a walking simulator. Alexis McAllister's best attribute this season is his ability to walk around the pitch. Mohamed Salah's best attribute is standing as though he just looked at Medusa. So, again, that has to be instruction-based. Guys, follow my logic. If you see something that happens in one game and it's one game alone, you would say, okay, this is different. This has to be on the players, correct? If you saw that same thing happen in every single game during the season, you would say, okay, this is a pattern. This must be intentional. This must be instruction, correct? The definition of cuck is someone who sits down and watches his wife get fucked. So Arne Slot sits down, does nothing, and watches us get fucked week over week. You do the math. He does well in Europe because Europe has a different style. Europe has a different style to English football. Also, bigger occasions. I'll give Arne Slot his flowers on the fact that Manchester City was the first time on a big occasion I saw a disaster. In his tenure at Liverpool so far, when it came to all the big games, City away is the first disaster that I've seen. But you know what? Losing at City away doesn't mean you don't win the league. Losing to Brentford away does. Losing to Crystal Palace away does. Losing to fucking United at home does. Losing to Chelsea away does. Have you ever been to Anfield? I don't know, bro. Have you ever been to fucking England? Listen, even when we played the 4-4-2 against Frankfurt were getting in behind off of our passive possession. Again, the goal that Frankfurt scored came from a counterattack directly from a dispossession of Florian Wirtz, who was trying to do something on his own because no one in the offensive zone was moving. Our first goal came from a failed Frankfurt attack. The guy beat the fullback down to the byline, crossed the ball across the face of goal. No one was home for Frankfurt. If anyone on Frankfurt is there, that's a goal. Robertson gets it, makes a turn, pings a 50-yard pass, and Ekitike runs for 60 yards. The next two goals were off of set pieces. Then to start the second half, we were up 3-1, and the team was completely fucking dejected. Yes, we did change our formation and our shape, but it must be said that the game was gone for Frankfurt. Yeah, what makes you think that you trust Slot? Guys, Arne Slot has made Florian Wirtz look like the worst signing in the history of the Premier League. Alexander Isak right now looks like a fucking catastrophic waste of money. Kerkez Everyone is saying that Kirkez is the worst thing to happen. I'm not going to make a religious reference, but everyone is saying that Kirkez is like Armageddon. So what makes you think that I'm just going to trust you with more money? It's not just Gakpo. Salah gets the same thing. And guess what? Florian Wirtz was doing his best impression of Mo Salah in the first half against Frankfurt when he was playing as the right-sided midfielder. So we have a problem in both of our wide areas. And again, that comes down to structure. I will give him that. He ignores the overlap quite a lot. But at the same time, how often does the fullback bite on the overlap? I don't trust him. What makes you think that after spending £500 million in the summer and making all of those players look like catastrophic wastes of money, except for Hugo Ekitike, who also hasn't had a goal in the Premier League in 7 games or something? What makes you think that I would be confident in giving you more money? And if the board truly believes that Marc Guéhi is the reason why this isn't working, then I have no faith in the board. It's not even about the players, brother. It's about the money. Gabriel got injured? Uh-oh. Yeah, but how long is he out for? What kind of injury is it? Do we know? Calafiori got injured too? Ooh, that November injury reaper, bro. Oh, you're talking about the clip? No. You want to know what happened? This is what happened. So we had possession. So he didn't leave space. I know exactly what you're saying, Zepsky. But this is the first frame. So we had possession of the ball, right? And the ball got rotated out here. And what we did to try to counteract, basically, again, look at this picture. Just hold in the middle. Either way. So he didn't leave anyone behind. He was just where he was. He was the switch, and we just switched it from this side to this side. So I understand what you're saying, but in this situation, Zepsky, that is incorrect. This was that was a result from sustained possession. So you come here and you disrespect me, and then you say that I am disrespectful and insulting. Again, I have grounds and evidence and reasons for every word that I say. I don't just say words. I give you a reason why I say those words. You, on the other hand, you just say words. And I don't owe you or anyone else any sort of respect. Respect is earned. Respect is earned. And respect can be lost like that. Respect can be lost in an instant. Welcome to the real world. Welcome to the real world. I don't live in some fantasy land. You can spend 20 years building a reputation and you can lose it in 3 minutes. Just go ask Kathy Lee Griffith. If you don't know who that is, point proven. Simple as that. I also think that Slot just feels like he can actually control games with this kind of pace. I think he genuinely believes that you can slow the game down. What I love is that no one thinks about the mental aspect of slowing the game down in possession. What you don't do is you don't sit there and say, okay, if in possession I'm told to play at a pace of 2 out of 10 for a sustained amount of time, and then I lose possession and the other team plays at a 10 out of 10 pace, well, there's a serious gap in the mental pace that we're playing the game. I'm going to make mistakes. Do you understand what I'm saying here? This isn't just about on the pitch. It's also about the fucking cuck mentality that this guy brings to the club. It's low energy, it's low intensity, it's low desire. These are all antitheses of Liverpool Football Club. As a fan, we're allowed to be much more. Let's put it this way. I don't have any control. I don't have any power. So I'm allowed to be a lot more radical than a board is. At the end of the day, a board can't. I don't really hold malice towards them for not doing anything yet. Like, it's a business, bro. You go through ups and downs. And what they can't do is make a decision that puts them in a worse spot. But I can say I have zero faith in who you have faith in. I understand from their perspective. I get that it's a business, but I'm not here to talk like a businessman. I'm here to share my emotional opinions. Guys, you only play the Big Six sides 12 times. There are 26 other games in a Premier League season. You win the league in those other 26 games, yes or no? When Arsenal bottled the league, what were the games that people looked at? West Ham, Forest, Villa. I'm falling behind these comments. Well, that would be a touchline winger. Yeah, but they're cutting into space because they don't have a pass. Again, if a winger is on the touchline, that winger needs options. Just simply being on the touchline by yourself, beating a man and crossing it into the box, that's not a high percentage way of playing, unless your winger has the pace and technical ability to get very close to the goal before he plays it across. We don't have Doku, we have Gakpo. I don't want to have the formation conversation. Did I call out Klopp? Well, when we finished outside of the top 4 in the COVID season, I was playing a back 2 of Ozan Kabak and Nat Phillips. So no, I didn't call out Jurgen Klopp then. We also didn't spend £500 million fucking pounds the summer of that season. Bro, Kirk, has anyone not made the fucking conclusion that every single player who is shit for us goes to their national team and fucking cooks? Yeah, but we don't have touchline wingers. You're preaching to the fucking choir, bro. Bro, people hate on the players too much. Everyone is player FC, player FC, player FC. Did you're good, bro. I don't wish injuries on any players. I don't want to win a league because another team gets injured. Also, guys, these are human beings trying to make a living. You never know when an injury can just steal a guy's career. And this is what they've invested their entire life for. I mean, without football, they're nothing. So I hope he gets better. I wish Gabriel a speedy recovery and you know, any player who's injured for any team. Yeah, they have plenty of depth. Listen, I don't know. That's a deeper conversation, and that's all speculation. What gaslighting, Montes? Well, listen, I don't know where you got that conclusion from. There's obviously luck involved in every title-winning side, but you make your own luck. You make your own luck. You put yourself in positions to be lucky. I don't really understand this whole idea of playing like PSG. Did you guys notice what Bayern Munich did to PSG? Did anyone watch the tactical breakdown of how Bayern Munich dominated PSG? I'll give you a hint. They went man to man. and it worked incredibly. They pressed man to man, and it was unbelievable to watch. I mean, listen, we built up in a back three, and that would make sense if we were going to actually use the wingbacks as wingbacks. Hey, listen, we're not going to talk about Subway. All right. We ain't going to talk about Subway, and we ain't going to talk about the $5 foot long. We're also not going to talk about the fact that Subway got bought by a corporate entity, and now they don't even have Chipotle fucking, what was it, like Chipotle Sriracha or something? I don't care if I lose subs, bro. I'm not a fucking content creator. I have a job. Who's having a better season? That's like, I don't know, bro. That's like saying, would I rather die by drowning or die by burning? Either way, I'm dying. Bro, you guys had like a 4-point lead with 2 games to go. He did not cook yesterday, but that goal was not his fault, bro. I don't know if you guys watched that goal, but that was not on Virgil. The other center back completely vacated his fucking space to then press the man with the ball, got beat, and the ball was played right in where he was supposed to be standing. I don't know why Gakpo doesn't have a song. Hey, it might, and wow, could you imagine the biblical crash outs? Although here's what I'm predicting. I kind of feel like Slot's not going to do anything different, but Forest are going to play a low block and not do what they should do, and we're going to squeak out a win, and people are going to get false confidence. Just like how with Aston Villa. I said it before the Villa game that we're going to win this, and the separation of the fans is going to be bigger than ever. I was wrong about the City game, but I was right about the fact that we polarized ourselves even more. Yeah, I don't think that we're playing like PSG, brother. I think that that is an insult to PSG. I think this, to say that Arne Slot is trying to model our team after PSG is an insult to PSG. It's an insult. PSG are also very hurt. Listen, I ain't going to sit here and tell you my job, all right? But I work in music. I don't think he's focused on trying to play like PSG. I think he genuinely thinks that this is going to work. Nothing you're saying is false. Oi, Chris, calm it down. If you're going to project toxicity, project it towards me. Do not call out other people in the chat. All your toxic energy is to be directed at me and no one else. Pipe it down, Chris. I know. Subway sucks now, though. See, this is what I mean, Chris. Are you being facetious right now? Are you trolling? I know. I know. Gakpo is a hard name, but you could use Cody. God, Luis Diaz had the best one. He's from Barrancas, and he plays for Liverpool. Yo, you know who had the best song? The best player song that I have ever heard. It's a tie. Bobby Firmino's song and Fernando Torres' song. Those are the 2 best player songs that this club has ever created. And I stand on that. Like that Fernando Torres song is fantastic. Here, hold on. Bro, like this. This was after Fernando Torres came on and scored the double against Chelsea. This is like the best song ever. That was right after we missed the ability to go up 3-0. I think that's my favorite. That and the Bobby Firmino song. The Bobby Firmino song is just iconic. Iconic. Si, senor, give the ball to Bobby, he will score. Like, come on, bro. Or we've got Salah, da 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 da. Oh, Mane, da 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 da. And Bobby Firmino. But we had to sell Coutinho. Like, that's also great. But that wasn't really like a in the ground song, you know, because people would just do "Oh Mane Mane" and they would just repeat that over and over. Hey, listen, the Chiesa song is great, but the Chiesa song is new, all right? Don't you dare compare Chiesa's song to Si Senor. Si Senor is in its own stratosphere. Si Senor is like the greatest of all time. And then I think just below it is the Fernando Torres song, and then everything else. But Si Senor is also because Bobby has a special place in my heart. Bobby might be my favorite Liverpool player ever. Just from like a passion perspective, from a technical perspective, from a fact that I loved watching him play. In my adult life, Bobby has to be up there for my favorite player. I love Bobby Firmino, and I was so sad when he was leaving. But obviously I knew that, like, you know, his time had come. And he left on a great note, and he left a legend forever. Like, Bobby is the definition of self-sacrifice. You know, he did so much for the team that just doesn't get recognized by people who don't know ball. He sacrificed so much for him of himself to play for the club and to maximize the output of both Mane and Salah. Firmino was the sacrificial lamb. And also, who could ever forget that goal against PSG? I mean, oh, ice in his fucking veins with the one eye coming off the eye injury. After we went up 2-0 in that game, and PSG came back to tie it. That was my senior year of college. I remember I was in my living room watching that game, and I just fucking went mental. I just went mental. That was the same year that we, you know, had the comeback against Barcelona. I actually have a scar on my knee from the Barcelona game. When Wijnaldum, well, first and foremost, that was like a week before finals, and I didn't fucking study that day because I wanted to watch the game. Although I had no faith, I was like, I'm not gonna not watch. Origi scores 6 minutes in, and I just go fucking ballistic. And my roommates, they're upstairs, they're studying, and like they hear me going nuts. And a couple of them come down, they're like, what's going on? I'm like, we scored 6 minutes in, we have a fucking chance. And the rest of the half goes by. Second half starts. Wijnaldum's first goal goes in. I erupt. I go fucking crazy. I'm running around my fucking apartment. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. 4 minutes later, Wijnaldum puts the third in. Bro, I was sitting down on my couch. We had a bong on the table. And I had a table right in front of me. There's like a foot of space between the table and the couch, and there's a bong on top of the fucking table, right? I'm not going to tell you what we used the bong for, but it was a water pipe. The second that goal goes in, I jump up and I uncontrollably just leap and my knee smashes into the table, but I don't give a shit. The bong falls, I don't care. I look at it, it didn't break, it is what it is. Was running around the fucking place, right? The celebration stops. I go, I pick up the bong, I put shit on the fucking carpet so that it doesn't smell atrocious. And then I sit back down and I look at my knee and I just have a gigantic cut and my knee is just all bloody because I guess when I jumped up off my couch, my knee just smacked the corner of the fucking the corner of the table. And I have a scar on my knee still from just smashing it into the table. So I'll always have that. And Wijnaldum, thank you. And then I remember when we scored the corner taken quickly, bro, we got the corner and I was just, it was so intense. My heart rate was so high. I remember I got up and I started to walk away and I was pacing and like, I'm not watching the TV and I'm looking away and I'm walking and I just hear Martin Tyler say corner taken quickly. And I just turn around when I hear taken quickly. And the only thing I saw was Origi hit the ball into the net. And then I just fucking lost my shit. I don't know what that is. Hey, Bobby is my guy. Bro, dude, have you guys ever watched like the Barcelona build up to that and like what their plans were going into the game and how Messi differed from what the coach wanted? Basically, the coach was showing up there and he was just like, hey, just don't give him anything. Play conservative. And 6 minutes into the game, I mean, the atmosphere. Guys, if you've never watched it, I highly recommend you should watch the Inside Anfield Barcelona versus Liverpool. Because that has different angles and it shows the crowd and it has a much different energy than just watching highlights. And you'll see 6 minutes into the game how that became the most difficult atmosphere to possibly deal with. Also, Barcelona had chances. I mean, everyone forgets that Alisson pulled off 3 world-class saves against Lionel Messi. He saved 2 one-on-ones against Messi. It wasn't a picture-perfect performance. Arsenal haven't won a league in 22 years. You haven't won a major trophy in 22 years. You've never won a fucking European trophy. What are you shitting? What the fuck are you saying? Listen, in terms of just on the eye, Neymar's up there for sure. It's unfortunate where his career has gone and where he is today at such a young age. How old is Neymar? Damn, bro. Neymar's 33. I'm fucking old, bro. I'm fucking old. No, he's not 31. He's 33, bro. I'm fucking old, dude. I remember when this motherfucker was just coming up from Santos. I'm fucking old, bro. Hey, pick up. Yo, Dembele had a clear. Yo, you want to also what's funny? Liverpool could have scored 2 or 3 goals. Liverpool could have scored 1 or 2 goals that game. We didn't score away at the Camp Nou, but I swear Mane had a clear opportunity to at least get 1. I'm 29. I'm not 46. I just turned 29 in September. I'm not even 30. But yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like we could have scored 1 goal at least. We should have at least scored 1. I thought that the 3-0 flattered Barcelona. Like we had really good chances. The 3-0 was just unfortunate, and one of those is a world-class fucking free kick. But But you know, if Liverpool scores 6 minutes in at Anfield in a Champions League semifinal in the second leg, that atmosphere is going to become impossible to deal with. And you saw it. Yeah. Hey, Prime Mane is a different fucking beast, bro. Prime Mane is a different fucking beast. Guy was a fucking animal. God, our form after that too, like the following fall, watching Liverpool was just so much fun. You guys remember the 3-1 at home? The Pep's. Do you guys remember Pep doing this? Like, take me back, bro. I remember watching that game with my college roommates. I remember watching Andrew Robertson cross that ball, Salah heading it into the back of the net, and just losing my fucking mind. I was like, oh my God. Do you guys remember the 4-3? Do you guys remember when Ederson cleared it directly into Salah and Salah scored from 60 yards away? Do you guys remember when Sadio Mane hit the post and then a minute fucking later banged one into the back of the net? That was a great game. That was the 4-3 in the season that we lost to Real Madrid. God, that Real Madrid final hurts me to this day. Watching Ramos just nuke Salah. But then we come back the next season. We play Tottenham. Divock Origi. You know, everyone forgets with the whole Divock Origi goal that Matip had to head the ball down to him. Everyone forgets that that was a second ball and that Matip was there. And Matip was the one who got the second ball to Divock. And what a cold finish against Hugo Lloris. What a cold finish. But dude, that's my favorite finish in football. Has to be like a 45-degree angle from it's like a 45-degree angle and you hit a low-driven shot to the opposite post. Like, you guys remember that crazy Gareth Bale shot? That's my favorite finish in football. It's like the same one that Porto scored against Benfica. If you want to talk about like crazy goals, it was drawing, and there was like 2 games left in the season, and Porto was playing Benfica, and in like the 99th minute, that Porto player like volleyed one low driven far post, and then like the Benfica manager drops to his knees because he's like, oh my God, I just lost the fucking league. With like 1 game remaining after that. That's got to be the coldest goal. Yes. Yes, you have fucking ball knowledge, bro. You have ball knowledge. Yes. Bro, that's got to be the sickest goal I've ever seen. And the reaction to that goal, bro, deafening. Yeah, I didn't know what his name was, but he just drops to his fucking knees. He's just like, oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That is what football is about. And you know, now when I watch this club, I just sit here and I'm just like, all right, it's a chore. I mean, you guys see, we do watch longs here. You guys see what our reactions are to games. We just sit here. We're just like, whatever. I guess this is what I have to watch. I guess this is what I have to look forward to. Yo, Chris, I told you before to keep your toxic energy to me. You didn't want to fucking listen to me. Okay, Chris, you don't want to fucking listen to me. That's fine. Hold that time out, Chris. I said, keep the toxic energy to me, not the chat. You got to watch the games, bro. You have to watch the games. Hey, what a finish, bro. What a finish. Also, Gerard's header. Bro, that's a crazy fucking header. Off balance like that, to get that high up in the air, to put that on target to the far post. Goalkeeper was stuck in his feet. Also, Dudek. Bro, that Shevchenko save is the greatest save in a fucking Champions League final history. People talk about Courtois having like the performance of all time. No, Dudek had the greatest performance in a Champions League final. Bro, Shevchenko missed 2 sitters in a row. That second one, Dudek has no business saving it. No business saving it. That was unbelievable. And then he saved what, 2 pens in the shootout? Hey. Sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Also, I love that you were able to like close the distance because like back then you didn't have to keep your foot on the goal line. You could like jump out. So like every single pen, he was like 4 feet ahead of the line. He was just charging them essentially, which really cuts down the angle. Luck is involved, but you have to put yourself in the position to be lucky. Yep. Yep. Uh-huh. Bro, Suarez scored some of the best goals I've ever seen. Suarez was, ooh. Now, if only he didn't bite people, you know? If only Suarez wasn't a racist piece of shit. As a person, Luis Suarez is a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He's a cock-sucking, horrendous human being. But what a footballer. What a footballer. I mean, who the fuck bites someone on a pitch twice? Who the fuck refuses to shake Patrice Evra's hand? I'm not going to lie, bro. He put bad karma onto that team. Luis Suarez put terrible karma onto us. Hey, you want to know the funniest thing in the world? If you guys ever get the chance, I want you to go back and I want you to watch Divock Origi's goal against Barcelona. And I want you to find Luis Suarez. The second the ball goes in, Luis Suarez turns around and goes, no, no, no. You can even hear him. You can hear him on the mic. He said, no, 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 no. Because he's like, what do you mean? That couldn't have possibly happened. He sat there and tried to complain. Hang on. Armrest was why is this higher than the left? The fuck? He sat there and he complained. He was trying to say, no, 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 no. But guess what, buddy? You got fucked. Okay. I just had to readjust my armrests. Now my armrests are really fucking with me. Now they're like super high. But he was like, no, 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 no. Get fucked. I have to readjust these. These are too high. That's better. Yeah, bro. He's a piece of shit, bro. He's a piece of shit. Yeah, bro. Luis Suarez, the best, had like that season where he broke the goal scoring record. Like, I don't give a shit. That is so far beyond what Erling Haaland did because he scored Puskas goal after Puskas goal after Puskas goal. It was just bangers. Yeah, bro. He's a piece of shit. Listen, if I say too much about what I think about Luis Suarez, Uruguay, Argentina. Really just those two countries. Uruguay and Argentina. If I say too much, I get in trouble. But let's just say I am not a fan of either of those countries' national teams. And if Alexis McAllister didn't play for Liverpool, I would not be a fan of Alexis McAllister. So I'll just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. Motherfuckers want to talk about. Guys, everyone just forgets the disgrace that Argentina carried themselves with in that game against Netherlands. I wish Van Dijk would have just fucking rocked him. I know that he chest bumped him, but I wish he would have just thrown a fucking elbow. I needed the Netherlands to win that game so bad. I needed France to win that so bad. There's a special place in my heart for the hate that I have for Kolo Muani. Because Konate put you in a position to win it with no time left, with a world-class pass, and you fucked it. I needed France to win that with everything in my being, and I don't even like France like that. But I just needed to see Argentina in absolute despair. Fortunately, it wasn't so. Like when Weghorst scored that free kick set play, I lost my shit. I erupted. And of course, Emi Martinez is just a fucking asshole. Fucking dickhead. Hey, big up, bro. Appreciate you being here. Life is decent outside of football. It is raining in LA, though. Yo, you guys want to know something funny? It's raining like 0.2 inches in LA. And there's like for the next 5 days, it's going to rain. There's legit emergency broadcasts because it's raining in Los Angeles for 5 straight days. They're like evacuation orders, sandbags, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, brother, it's fucking like drizzling outside for 5 straight days. And you guys are acting as though it's a fucking hurricane. It's crazy. I hate Bernardo Silva, dude. I hate Bernardo Silva. And I hate Bruno Fernandes is the most overrated fucking moron footballer of all time. He's so bad. He is so bad. He's the definition of hoof it and pray. Bro, Emi Martinez is just like the best penalty shootout goalkeeper on the planet. And all those games went to pens. You know, they had an advantage. He's great with this. I'll give him that. He's got really solid up here. Is it raining down in San Diego, Benny? Are they going wild like they are up here, Benny? It isn't normal to rain in LA. It's not normal at all. It's just like the first time I've seen rain in fucking a year. At least rain like this. If it rains, it usually rains for like 10 minutes. And that's like once every 6 months. This is like 5 straight days of rain. It's insanity. You know, generally speaking, it's overcast in the morning and then sunny without a cloud in the sky all day. Every day. The weather is top notch. The people, though, the traffic, bleh. I know, bro. This is why I could never live in the UK. Like, what is the appeal? Even your summers aren't summer, you know? And you're on an island. And you're not even part of the EU anymore. So, what is the advantage of living in the UK? It's definitely a cool place to visit. And whenever I do cross the pond, I want to make it like a full trip, you know? I want to land in London. I want to go to a Chelsea game, go see Ahmed, go to a Chelsea game. I want to go up to Liverpool. I want to see a weekend game at Liverpool, and then I want to see a midweek Champions League game. And then the following weekend, I want to go to a different London club. And I want to go to one of their games, and then I want to fucking go back home. So if I ever cross the pond, it'll be for like 8-9 days. And I'll try to see 4 football matches, 2 at Liverpool and 2 at other clubs. And then hit your plane back to LA. It's a 10-hour flight, which sucks ass. But it is what it is. Yeah, but listen, we can't bring that up here. Can't bring that up here. I really do want to go experience football over there. It'd be fun. It'd be really fun to be a neutral at a ground too, just to watch the game and just take in the atmosphere. Like, I want to go to a Celtic Ranger game at Celtic Park. That's on my bucket list. I want to go see Feyenoord versus Ajax at Feyenoord, you know? That would be a sick rivalry to go see. I've always loved Celtic. I love their fans. I'd love to be at Celtic Park for that derby. Merseyside derby would be great. Seeing Man City versus Man United in the ground would be great. Seeing Chelsea versus Tottenham in the ground would be great. Seeing Arsenal versus Tottenham in the ground would be great. All like the little smaller derbies, like Newcastle versus Sunderland in Sunderland, bro, that'd be fucking an injection of energy like you've never experienced in your life. But Feyenoord and Ajax, that's a sleeper. That's a sleeper. For a reason. For a reason. You know, one of my favorite videos ever is when Bob Marley's son went to Ajax for a Champions League game, and he sung Three Little Birds, and I know that Three Little Birds is like a big thing at Ajax. It was really cool. Bro, we are Millwall, Super Millwall. We are Millwall, we are Midwall, Super Millwall. Those guys are crazy. Hey, bro, listen, Quadrado's dope. I don't have any problem with people who are religious. I'm just very against religion, but I'm against the institutions of religion. I'm not against people who are religious. Believe what you want to believe, practice what you want to practice. Don't force anyone to practice anything. Don't force your beliefs on other people. Don't force people to convert. Keep religion out of law. Keep religion out of government. And preach and praise what you want to preach and praise. But I'm against the institutions of religion in all aspects and all religions. Except maybe the Buddhists, because they don't do shit. You know, Buddhists just fucking chill. They just sit in pretzel legs and chill. So, not a lot to complain about with the Buddhists. But outside of that, just not my cup of tea. But yeah, bro, do what you want. Hey, I think it's dope for Cody Gakpo when he takes off his shirt and it says, "I love Jesus." I'm like, bro, you do you, dog. That's how you want to celebrate. Hey, I'm not going to sit here and badmouth you because you're wearing a shirt that I don't necessarily agree with. Give me Pussy California. What you smoking? Hey, listen. There's a lot of fucked up shit going on the planet. People don't want to be talking about what's going on in Sudan. People don't want to talk about what's going on in Nigeria. People don't want to talk about Boko Haram. People don't want to talk about Yemen. People don't want to talk about the Kurds. A lot of shit. A lot of shit going on. There's a lot of religious-based shit going on all over the planet. As we speak right now. Everywhere. I mean, fuck, we've had 3,000 years of it. You know, we went into a dark age because of it. Europe went into the dark ages because of religion. 1,200 years of no scientific advancements until the Renaissance in the 1600s. You know, people forget about the Renaissance. People forget about what the turn was at the Renaissance. 1,500 years of control from the Vatican. People don't want to talk about it. People don't want to talk about how the Holy Roman Empire just turned into the fucking Roman Catholic Church. They lost their land, but they kept their power. You know? So, again, believe what you want to believe. But as institutions, I vehemently disagree. Do you guys know who Christopher Hitchens is? You guys ever seen Christopher Hitchens before? You ever watched his videos or read his books? I think Christopher Hitchens, first off, he's an atheist, which I'm not an atheist. Let's say I'm more agnostic. Definitely believe in like some sort of energy, but regardless of that, he's a vehement atheist. And he was verbally violent against religion. Not actually violent, verbally violent. But boy, dude, when he has these debates with the scholars and the priests, and the religious leaders, I mean, it's like watching, bro. It's like watching. It's like watching a massacre. It's crazy. We don't have to get into what he talked about. Not everything that he said was true, but the man was one of the best orators I've ever seen, and was a demon at debates. My all-time favorite solo artist. What I mean is the specifics. Like, we don't have to talk about the specific things that he talked about. I'm just saying he debated religion. That's it. I don't want to offend anybody. I definitely don't believe in Slotism. Also, Yank, don't take it personal. I'm not calling you out for anything. Relax. Calm down. Who's my favorite solo artist of all time? That's a really tough one. I'm more of a band guy, you know? More of a band guy. But if I had to say who's my favorite solo artist of all time, that's fucking hard, dude. I don't know. I have like a favorite one in every single genre. Like for rap, it's Young Thug. Like Young Thug is my favorite by far for rap. For classic rock, if it's just solo, then it's got to be Frank Zappa. If it's just solo for classic rock, if it's not a band, it's Frank Zappa. For pop, fuck, I don't know, dude. Give me a second. Let me pull up my Spotify. See, like, now that you're asking this question, I really don't listen to a lot of like solo people. Everything I do is a band of some kind. The National is probably like, oh, the band, The National. The National. My favorite band from 2000 on is The National. From the year 2000 forward, from 2000 to in this millennium, The National is my favorite band. I love them. But if we're talking about last century, Electric Light Orchestra. ELO is my favorite band from that time. I love ELO, but I also love everything. And I'd say that the majority of what I listen to on a day-to-day basis is classic rock. Um, ELO, The Who, Pink Floyd. Let me just pull it up. The playlist is called Gray Testicle Hair. Casey and the Sunshine Band, Traveling Wilburys, Bob Dylan, Beach Boys, George Harrison, David Bowie, Queen, Joy Division, New Order, Paul McCartney, The Doors, CCR, all of it. The Smiths. I don't listen to metal, no. But I will say I don't listen to metal, but I'd be more than happy to go to a metal concert with you. Let's put it that way. I won't ever personally put on metal, but I am more than happy to go to a metal concert and mosh pit to a bunch of music I've never heard before. That I'm down for. Metal concerts are fucking sick. I'll mosh for sure, but I won't listen to metal on my own. I'm all over the place. I listen to EDM. I'm more of like a tech house kind of guy. I love techno. Like I love German techno. Like Brutalismus 3000. Gesche Felstein isn't really techno, but he's EDM. I love rap, Young Thug, Kodak. I mean, that's my whole college. I love alternative rock, like The National, Generationals, Arctic Monkeys, like Cage the Elephant. I love classic rock, which I already said all of those. I don't really listen to country. No, I don't really listen to country. I'll listen to some Johnny Cash. Khruangbin doesn't really count as country, but I'll listen to them. Marcus King is pretty cool. My roommate just saw him live. I don't mind country. I'll let other people put it on, but it can't be that modern country bullshit pop. Like it can't be Luke Bryan or any of that shit. Toby Keith is about as pop country as I'm willing to go. Hey, I hear you. I did not go to Burning Man. I don't want to go to Burning Man, bro. Burning Man is like a fucking Burning Man is like a fucking that's like a it's like a corporate party. Trust me, I personally know people who have played Burning Man, who have been acts that were at Burning Man. I know people who have been to Burning Man and have been with people who were playing at Burning Man and have sat in tents with Elon Musk, right? Like I know these people personally. It's not for me. It's turned into a corporate bullshit. Let's pretend to be homeless party. When I first heard about Burning Man was in like 2016, and I was like, that's when I wanted to go. But then it just turned into what it is today, and I don't love it. I don't want to go. Hey, Skepta's not bad, all right? It depends. I like the cadence of UK rap, but I think that UK rap is very repetitive and derivative. I think it's very difficult to find uniqueness in UK rap. It's all the same flow. It's all the same cadence. It's just a different sounding voice. But there are the few that separate themselves. Here, I'll read you some of the names of my techno tests. Oh, also, if you like techno, you'll probably like these. They aren't really techno, but it's more like techno pop. Brothel in Belize, The Help, Crystal Castles. Brothel in Belize is really good. So if you've never listened to them and you like techno pop, that's great. But Brutalismus 3000 is like my big techno artist that I like. Noizu's pretty decent. Knock 2, that's not really techno, but it's kind of there. Horse Girl. Zapravka. If you like techno and you never listened to Zapravka, there's like this Russian duo. They're insane. Hey, listen. I love Wu-Tang. I love Wu-Tang. I'm gonna chop off your arm. Wu-Tang's great. Gotta go back. See, I have all these different I see so many artists on a day-to-day basis that I have a terrible memory for the name of artists. MF Doom, Ice Cube, Mad Villain, De La Soul, Jedi Mind Tricks, Mobb Deep, Biggie, Tribe Called Quest, Tupac, Coolio. I love old rap. Yeah, listen, bro, Berghain is like, again, dude, I'm not dressing up in a kinky outfit just to have a bouncer deny me, you know? Uh, it's a cool concept, but I don't know if I wanna wait for 3 hours. See, I'm more of a dive bar kinda guy, you know? I don't really like clubs. Been there, done that. I went to college. I was in a frat. I get it. I know the lifestyle. I've been to nightclubs all around the world. I've been to live in Miami. Um, it's just not really for me. I'm not a nightclub guy, you know? I'm more of a dive bar kinda guy. Dimly lit dive bar with character. Tight dive bar. That's more me. Um, not a big club guy. But if I could get into Berghain 100%, I would go just to say I've been to Berghain. Yeah, bro, nightclubs suck. You know, I've been to the nicest nightclubs in America. I don't it's just not for me, bro. I don't like the people that go to nightclubs. I don't like the environment at nightclubs. It's just not for me. I don't like the ambiance. I don't like the lighting. I don't like the music. I don't like how loud it is. I don't like how expensive the drinks are. I'd much rather just go get a pint at a dive bar and have a conversation with someone I've never met, you know? Yeah. Lanco. You know who I really like from the UK? Pink Panthers. Not UK rap, but I really like Pink Panthers. I like her a lot. Super solid. Super solid. Hang on. What is all this shit? Waffle group chats popping off. What is all this? There's a poll in the chat. Who is the most racist? Interesting. Yeah, pubs. You guys call them pubs. We call them dive bars. Death Grips is not bad. Death Grips isn't bad. I don't personally listen to Death Grips, but I don't have a problem. You know who I really like? I really like Crystal Castles. I love Crystal Castles. Crystal Castles is awesome. I know, bro. But over here, you know, some of these games are at 4:30 in the morning. I ain't fucking leaving my house at 4:30 in the morning to watch a game. I could barely wake up for it. Crazy. Way too much, brother. Where the likes at? Guys, if there's only 38 likes, what the fuck? That's all right. It's international break. We don't expect a lot of likes. Village pubs are cool. Yo, you ever see that guy who it was during COVID, but he would go into village pubs and he would like find pianos and then he would play like the tunes on the piano. Here, hold on. Pub piano. Yay. This guy. This guy. Like this just looks like the most British dude I've ever seen in my life. And this looks like, well, I guess this is a fucking post office. But he basically would just go to fucking pubs. He would just go to pubs and he would just play the piano. It was dope. He would just play tunes. Awesome dude. American Werewolf in London. What the fuck is that? A 1981 film. I definitely have never seen this in my life. What is this? That guy kind of looks like Robert Downey Jr. He looks a lot like Robert Downey Jr. Yo, look at this fucking asshole. Look at this fucking asshole. He's sitting there at 24-hour fitness playing fucking basketball on a piece of shit mat that isn't even a wood court. And he comes in here and he says, no one cares, man. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Go fucking hoop. Shut the fuck up. No one asked for your fucking opinion, bro. No one asked for you to be here. You don't have to be here. Shut your mouth. Slot is the biggest fraud in football right now. I'm viewing the chat. What do you mean? Oh, bro, we've just been bullshitting for the last 32 minutes. We talked about Liverpool before, but again, I'm only live to keep the streak up. Classical piano. I used to listen to classical music while I studied in college. Opera-wise, I love Luciano Pavarotti. Isn't that his name? Luciano Pavarotti? Yep, Luciano Pavarotti. That guy was the fucking man, bro. Best tenor to ever exist. Although he went a little crazy with the whole shoe polish on the beard and hair. But he was the fucking man. Pavarotti. O sole mio. O sada mia. Hey, do you guys remember when they did the Harry Potter chant at John Joe Shelby? They were like, Harry Potter, he's coming for you. He's coming for you. He's coming for you. Harry Potter, he's coming for you. Great chant. Fabinho was bald as fuck. Yeah. He was laughing, bro. That's a great chant. You see, like, that's one thing that the UK is good at. They're really good at creative chants to insult people. Any news on Twitter? What is this? It's like no, it's crazy. There's like no fucking. There's like I don't even see any news on Twitter about Liverpool. It's just all dead. Nothing to be said. Nothing to be talked about. Oh, wallahi, I have a lot of fucking FIFA to play today. A lot of FIFA to play today. Who's watching the UFC tonight? Who the fuck is Yardman? Who's Yardman? Who is Yardman? And what do you mean about win the Europa League? Who's Yardman? New jobbies? No. No, I don't. I also like reggae. I listen to these guys. No, I don't listen to these guys. Defense. 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 I know, bro. Have you guys ever seen like the Serbian basketball? That shit's fucking crazy. Defense. Oh, hang on. Staffy. Can't believe I'm going to Staffy TV right now. Well, your last stream is American Waffle. Wow. I mean, listen, bro, he's just a random guy. He's just a random guy with an opinion. He's just a random Arsenal fan who says he'd rather win the Europa League than the Prem. I get it. All round the field, Anfield Road, fields of Anfield Road. Let's see if there's any videos of it. You know, they just don't sing at the club like this anymore. You know, the cop has really fallen off. Yeah, you know what? That's my controversial take. You can take it to the bank. Let's not even talk about slot. Let's talk about the atmosphere at Liverpool Football Club. What a fucking joke it has become. What a joke. These motherfuckers can only get up for one game every half season. They can only get up for Real Madrid at home. They can't be bothered with any other game. It's pathetic. The lack of chants, the lack of the classic chants, the lack of singing, the lack of standing, it's pathetic. It's pathetic. Our atmosphere has slowly dwindled to a bitter old bullshit. It's all what we used to be, and it's not what we are. I mean, this is crazy to me. Have you guys ever seen the video of the build-up between Liverpool and Chelsea in the Champions League semifinal? That's an atmosphere. Liverpool atmospheres today are fucking jokes, man. It's pathetic. It's jokes. It's jokes. It's jokes. Yeah, there are. There are. Listen, I don't know. Islam's a fantastic fighter, but I need JDM to win for the people. I need JDM to win for the people. I wouldn't do a full Evo Passion team. No, I'm a meta merchant. But if I had to, the nationality would probably be... no, the theme would probably be youngsters. Hey, but we're lucky. We're lucky we don't care about Arsenal, bro. We're lucky we don't care about Arsenal. As you would say, we're lucky. We're lucky we don't care. I know, bro. Bro, the whole atmosphere is terrible right now. I mean, we have some of the worst. He's back. That's not complaining, bro. That's an observation. You think that Liverpool's atmosphere right now is good? You think that Liverpool present a hostile atmosphere? Sunderland present a hostile atmosphere. I don't know, bro. Yo, the games are early as fuck here. I'm not going to a pub at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to a pub at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to a pub at 4:30 in the morning. I don't watch games anywhere else. Here. Biggie, 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 Biggie. Not even a fucking debate. Biggie, 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 all damn day. No, bro. I wish. Bro, if I was writing Taylor Swift lyrics, I would have so much money that I would have no need to be streaming. I'd be busy traveling the entire planet. Simple. You think very highly of yourself, Chris. You're not humble, eh? Biggie, 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 can choose he. No, you see, you wouldn't be like they wouldn't be able to handle me in a pub because I would just be going fucking ballistic. So yeah, it's a different beast that comes out. You know, it's like when I go to a UFC event. The UFC event, me that goes live is a much different beast than the guy who sits here and watches it casually. What good rap does, it makes you think you're hood. No, no. They just would be like, "Yo, you don't like this football club," and I'd be like, "No, I just call players out on their bullshit." Um, God damn it, bro. The atmosphere we used to have, man. Now it's just terrible, you know? I don't know what this means, Cade. I don't know what this means. Pusha T's fire. Hare Krishna, devotee in his former life. You believe in former lives? Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. No, no. Bro, those motherfuckers set up in Washington Square Park all the time in New York. And they just sit there and they sing their stupid songs, and I'm just like, "Shut the fuck up, bro. I'm just trying to take a walk through the fucking park. Shut the fuck up." Also, how the fuck did you misspell my name? My name is literally on the channel. How the fuck did you do that? Bro, you are so far behind in the live chat. Holy shit. I talked about that like an hour ago. Playboy Cardi. I don't like Playboy Cardi at all. I hate that whole era of rap. I don't like Ken Carson. I don't like Playboy Cardi. I don't like any of that shit. I don't like the whole opium label. It's not for me. It's not my thing. It's not what I do. It's not what I listen to. Javi Nagella. I don't give a shit, bro. Yeah, whatever, bro. Whatever. It's the same shit, bro. Krishna, Hare Krishna. It's the same shit. It's the same shit. Yeah, thank you, Reno. He is dog shit. I'm not a fan of mumble rap either. It's fucking whack. Rocky is valid. Rocky is fucking valid. 100%. You know what? Let's see. Is there any news? Like news? Is there any news? There is no news to talk about. Chinese scientists discover rust on the moon. Cool. A South Carolina man is executed by firing squad for 2004 killings. Interesting. I don't like Drake either. I don't like Drake. There's my hot take. I think Drake is mid. Hey, good hospitality, bad hospitality, don't fucking matter, baby. We make good anywhere. I don't prefer any Drake. I don't prefer any Drake. I don't know. Didn't our whole thing with Katape fall apart? Isn't that who we were supposed to buy? And it just fell apart. They were going to try to ban Central Park horse carriages? What the fuck? Tim Cook's leaving Apple. Bro, I'm just like reading the news. It's so depressing. I'm like, there's not a single positive thing in the news. Not a single positive. I'm only looking at negatives. Not one positive. I've scrolled for 4 minutes. Not one positive piece. Bitcoin sinks to 6-month low. That's not a positive. Man charged with 4 counts of murder. That's not a positive. Mamdani tells followers to boycott Starbucks. That's not positive. We'll see. We'll see. I know. I know. Lots of rumblings. Bro, have you seen what the new iMac is? The new iMac is like $2,700 because the fucking monitor, dude, the monitor stand for the new iMac is $900. The stand that holds your monitor is $900. Hey, Starbucks, I would much prefer a local coffee spot. Starbucks is it's not terrible. Not awful. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Can't even read the news because there's nothing even in the news. Oh, Isak got subbed on? Hang on. Let me see if that game's available. Where the fuck is it? Sweden. That's women's. Ew. No, I don't like instant coffee. I like freshly ground coffee beans. I buy the gourmet shit, bro. I buy that gourmet organic, no artificial flavors. I buy that gourmet shit. Which reminds me, I need to have another cup. I also like my coffee cold. I'm the only one who makes it. If I go out and I buy coffee, it's cold. If I make it, it's hot. God damn it, I can't fucking find this Sweden game. I've said this before. All of Asia. Oh my God, Sweden are losing 2-1. Oh my God. Oh my God, Sweden are losing. What a fucking joke. Isak will save him, surely. Hey, what the fuck? What the fuck happened to my Fubo? Oh, it's locked? Okay, I can't watch the fucking alright, let me see if I can fucking let me see if I can glom it. I don't have the I don't know where to watch it with illegal streams. Stream East? Yeah, I think he is. Bro, even Stream East doesn't have it. What the fuck? Alright, well, I can't even fucking Camel TV. I'm gonna type this, but I have a feeling that you're being facetious. Oh, fuck, you're not. Holy shit. You weren't being facetious. You were being real. Big up on you. 70th minute. Fuck, did we watch this? Been live for an hour and 52 minutes. I don't think that dude, I don't you know what? We've had enough Liverpool talk for the day. I don't have the energy anymore, bro. I don't have the fucking energy right now. I don't have the energy. Oy. Guys, Sweden are shit. Sweden are dog shit. Sweden are fucking fresh ass. I kind of don't want them to go any further. They're butthole. They're a bunch of butthole surfers. Bro, that German game was ass. That was an ass game to watch. There was fucking Luxembourg, guys. Pretty shit game. Pretty poopy. I don't know, bro. I think it depends on the competition. Where are you from, Lissetti? Where are you from, Lissetti? Oh my God, Switzerland scored. Holy fuck, it's 3-1. Dude, that's crazy. Switzerland, Switzerland, they were neutral in World War II. Switzerland, Switzerland. What a terrible goal to concede. Holy shit. They were neutral in World War II. You are the curse, Hussam. Lassetti, right? Isn't it Lassetti? No, bro, too much guap. Oh, that's right, South Africa. South Africa, that's right. Sorry, I was watching some. Lassetti? Lassetti? It's Lassetti, right? I mean, that was just a shit goal all around. Yeah, bro, he's managing them. He sucks ass. Anyway, back to this. It's just too much money, bro. Too much guap. Fuck, it's 121. Shit, I gotta fucking eat something. All right, we'll go 2 more minutes. That it's a flat 2 hours. We'll do this so it's a flat 2 hours, and then we're getting the fuck out of here. I got FIFA to play. I got to take a dump. I got to drink another coffee. I got to eat something. A whole lot of things to do. All right, 15 more seconds, mate. Sweden suck ass. Sweden fucking suck ass. I also just looked at Sweden on the map. I didn't realize how fucking north they were. Like, I didn't realize that the tip of Sweden is literally the fucking North Pole. Same thing with Norway. Oh, Isak heads it on. And there's no one home at the back post. God, Sweden suck. All right, we hit the 2 hour mark. All right, guys, that's about it. We've kept the streak going. We're going to have to keep the streak going tomorrow. Remember, there's UFC tonight. There's something to live for. Liverpool still suck. It's Saturday. We blow. Slot out. Cuck out. And yeah, big up. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for chilling. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Deuces. I'm out of here.